Hey, welcome to Let's Talk Her Wellness. I'm your host, Lynette Thomas, and my co-host is Lady J. And Let's Talk Her Wellness is here to empower women to heal and grow and thrive in every aspect of their lives. Hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Happy Tuesday. We are so excited, Lady J and I, to be in this space again tonight with you. How were you guys? Holiday, happy Memorial Day. Well, the weekend's gone by, but the first J kickoff to, it's not even summer yet. We are still in spring, but I hope everybody had an amazing and an incredible time. And listen, I know that I did. And I am always excited to come back on here on this show with you guys every Tuesday with some amazing topics. Talking about that topic, Lady J, I cannot wait to get into this topic tonight. How was your holiday, Lady J? How was your holiday, sister?
Well, first of all, sister, I'd like to just say to all of our veterans, though
Yes.
they're still with us, we honor your sacrifice and the sacrifice of maybe people who were in the platoon, the troop, or served with you that lost their life for the liberty and the freedom of our company.
Happy. Sorry. Go ahead,
Of,
sister.
of our country. I said company. I'm thinking about our topic tonight. So I just want to say
Go
happy
ahead.
Memorial Day to everyone. And I too, Lynette, have so much that I can't wait to unpack this topic tonight for
It's
those who have been in search of finding themselves, finding purpose, and then bringing it all together and seeing how that does intersect. So I love the topic for tonight. So Lynette, before we go into our topic, sister, what do you
Mhm.
have in your cup this evening?
Oh, first of all, I love what my cups say because I always say that everything that we have has a house to live in. And I like to live in my spaces and places. And in my cup, I not only want to drink a drink that is healthy for me, but I also like to drink out of a cup that totally inspire me. So my cup says, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." Habakkuk, Nehemiah 8 and 10. How about that? And
Okay.
I'm stuck on it, and I might be stuck on it for a little bit, but I am loving my white cranberry juice, which is have a little bit of crushed ice, and I am
Ooh,
just sipping on it like it is a tea because it is. And we know that cranberry juice is amazing for our blood, for our cells, and for our urinary tract
that part.
system. It keeps everything clear. It keeps everything going. It's very hydrating. So I love my drink, sister. How about you, Fonzie?
Okay, I'm not so fancy tonight. I'm moderately fancy. So
What?
um,
You?
I'm twinning with our plant lady cup
Oh.
because I know that one of them here
Woohoo.
for my co-host, whenever she is here in Houston, her other home, I want her to feel as comfortable. So for my plant lady cup tonight, my highlight is sour sap. So sour
Oh,
sap,
that's my favorite.
yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is a major, major, major support to our immune system. Just to call out, and team and everyone that listens to us, don't just take our word on it. Please go out and investigate to see how these benefit your health. Soursop. First of all, you know that I suffer with chronic inflammation.
Yes,
So I
ma'am.
gotta have something every day that's helping me fight with inflammation. The rich antioxidants that are in soursop and all of the polyphenols make it so that it has been known. I ain't out there telling nobody that it cures. Don't get it twisted. It's been known to help fight cancer. There are many studies out there that links it. Please, folks, before you decide to take any of our suggestions of what we're enjoying into your consumption, check with your doctors first to make sure that you're good. So today I'm rocking with soursop. Now I could go on and on about its benefits. Vitamin B, the minerals, iron, potassium, phosphate, dot, 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 dot. But today I'm going to keep it simple and enjoy taking a sip. A sister just came from punching the clock and I need something that's going to lift me up. So cheers this evening, sister girl.
To soursop.
Yes,
Wonderful,
yes.
wonderful, wonderful. Guys, listen, we want you to go, not only go get your tea,
Get your tea.
and whatever it is you drinking, listen, because we want you to sip up and go and grab your Let's Talk Her Wellness Journal.
Get them journals.
You can order your Let's Talk Her Wellness Journal on our website, letstalkherwellness.com. Listen, for all my note takers, because honey, this information be good. And you don't want to come on here and you don't want to, because when these coaches and doctors and fitness trainers and everybody is dropping those gems, you don't want to miss that information. So we will link what we can. Lady J and I will work these chats. And so, guys, if you see me looking over here and over there, I'm looking at TikTok, I'm looking at LinkedIn, I'm looking at YouTube and all of our amazing viewers on. So listen, go grab your mom and your sister and your cousin and them too, because the right information can change and save your life. But let's get right into this topic. We are so passionate about this topic. Lady J and I talk about it all the time. So
Absolutely.
guys, we pick topics that are so crucial and so beneficial for our time and what we are living in and what we're going through today. And so this topic is your brand is your ministry. Oh, come on. Let me say that again. Your brand is your ministry. And I want to read a brief description because I am an avid note taker. And so I love, listen, them notes be so good, Lady J, that you just got to hone in on them. I don't know about y'all, but first of all, an avid journal writer, and I record everything. I record my notes because, honey, sometimes what's up here in this brain is so good, I got to capture it all. So in a world of chasing followers and fame, right? We're here to remind women that purpose is the real platform. I just want to go back and say that again because sometimes
Say it again.
over stuff, but I like to park the car and I like to sip on what I just said just a little bit. It says that the purpose is the real platform. Your brand is your ministry. It's how you show up, serve, and share the gifts God gave you. Whether you're coaching, whether you're creating, healing, or helping others grow, your business can reflect your values, testimony, and your divine calling. So this is a powerful conversation tonight, ladies. We want you to like and share. We want you to send up the hearts, because we don't want to just be talking, but we want to include you in. And listen, we got some, this platform is amazing. Honey, we'll bring you up on this live, but we don't want to do people like that, do we, Lady J? But listen,
not yet, not yet.
we having a
tempt us.
conversation, but because it's called Let's Talk Her Wellness. So in this powerful conversation, we're going to explore how to infuse your faith into your business without compromising your professionalism. Let me go back and say that again.
Repeat.
To infuse your faith into your business without compromising your professionalism. Number 2, we want to turn your pain into purpose and your message into a movement. Ooh, I love
It's
that.
funny that you say that, Lynette. That reminds me
yes.
of what, you know, we are blessed to have multiple pastors.
Yes.
It reminds me, I know you're running through our list of what we're going to talk about, but instantly I saw Reverend Henderson, you know, KP right there, always talking about your pain is your purpose. Your pain is your purpose.
Yes.
And I stood at the altar with buckets of tears. And I love when I heard Bishop Jake say that sometimes you cry so much and the tears just meet each other at your chin. I saw them dropping because I said, oh God, the pain that I'm carrying physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This is about my purpose, God. Who told me I was strong enough to carry all of this? So I know for some people out there, Lynette, as you're running through what we're talking about, this is going to be so impactful and helping to guide them into taking up space with understanding the intersection. So, girl, I know I cut in. I just couldn't help it. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, it's good. We tag teaming tonight. And so in this powerful conversation, once again, we're going to explore number 3, use your brand to minister healing, hope, and truth in every product, service, and interaction. Because when God breathes on your brand, it becomes more than business. It becomes a legacy. And
that's good.
We are not today doing business as usual. I've been in business now, Jay, for probably more than over 30 years. More than over 30 years. And you know, I always say, your job is your job. Okay, I go to my job every day, but that is not who you are. Your passion, that's what I do. You know, when I'm telling you, as a business owner, I'm not doing business as usual today. You know, when I first started out, because we learned so much, there's so many curveballs in business, right? And so I know today, I know for certain, Lady J, that what I'm doing today is my ministry. It's my ministry.
Wait. You are in a space that many people, because the quintessential question is that man has been seeking thy purpose.
Yes.
What is thy purpose in life? So for you, you said you know it. And you used the words, I know for sure.
I know for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
So as you have that confidence, why do you know for sure?
My passion, my purpose, I often say it is wellness is my passion, my purpose, and it's my business. When what you do Because I get so many people as a coach, so many people say to me, Lynette, I don't know what I was put on this earth here to do.
Mm.
And when God has blessed you, we often talk about this, lady. When God has blessed you with so many gifts,
Right.
sometimes it's hard to differentiate because I do so many things well. That's because I'm passionate about and I'm a perfectionist about everything that I do. But how do you know when you got that thing? Because your world just light up. You stick with it even when it don't make sense.
Right.
You stick with it even when it ain't doing good. You stick with it even when you say, I'm quitting, I'm turning the lights out, everything, but you come right back with more steam and passion than you had before. And when it's beyond you, what I do today, it's beyond me. When you have a platform to change people's lives,
Right.
it's not about me because even the word of God says he wants us to make an impact while we're making an income. You see, I don't chase the money today. All I want to do is make sure that I am putting out amazing content. I make sure that the services that I'm providing, that they be everything that they need to be for and to that person. When you talk about wellness, I love what Myron Golden said, and he said something so, it blew me away and I never forgot about it. He says, whatever it is that you do, he said, what is it that you do? And I want you to say it out loud. And I said, well, I do wellness. And he said, you cannot know wellness if you don't know sickness. And boy, don't I know about the other side, personally and business.
Right.
Because it's nothing like having clients in your hand that are not doing well at all. They're not doing physically, they're not doing well at all. Emotionally, mentally, they're not doing well because they're sick. So they come to me for healing. So, boy, you gotta be called for that because everybody ain't called to that. So whatever it is that you do, you stay in your lane and you make sure that God called you to that. Because again, we could do many things. We have people doing many things. Many things. I see you doing it. I want to do it. I see you doing it. Oh, I'm going to do that too. Oh, I'm going to do that too. Oh, I'm going to do it too. I can do it. But the question that I have for me, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Did God call you to do that? Because, baby, there's a such thing as doing the right thing in the wrong season. And you could be doing vice versa. But I want to be doing the right thing in the right season. And I want to be doing what God has called me to do. And I always say this, and a lot of people don't like to hear it, that when I close my eyes and I go on home, I want to leave empty. Meaning that what God put me here to do, I've given it all away. Let's Talk Her Wellness is us giving it all the way. I'm paying it forward. I am giving you what I know. All of that pain, all of that is on this purpose. This is the purpose right here. Right here. Because people see us doing this, but you don't know. You don't know the sacrifices. You don't know what we have to do to bring you this information. And guess what, Lady J? And I'm going to be real transparent right now. That many days I've been bringing this live to you guys from a cancer center. Right now, my loved one is going through cancer, and I'm by his side. And so when you see me live, I'm coming live from a cancer center, because see, you can't know wellness if you don't know nothing about sickness. I can't help you. I can't talk when I'm talking. I can't say what I'm saying. I can't do what I'm doing. I can't help you out if I don't know what is it like to be sick. So you see, no, I want to walk in my own shoes. And I want to do what God has called me to do, because Lady J, I can't walk in your shoes. I may not want that. It may be too heavy for me. You see what I mean? So your passion, whatever you do it in the spirit of excellence. Do what you do. Don't look at nobody else. Walk in your lane and be amazing and be great at what you do. That part. So this conversation here is an amazing conversation. You're not just building a business, you're building a legacy, healing, and purpose.
So good. Lynette, as I listen, you have one thing that so many people are searching for: clarity. Clarity.
Mm-hmm.
You have clarity on exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an intersection that I believe, and I know that when the intersection meets, the world opens up to be exactly the way that God designed it. But the truth is, somebody out there listening, and they saying, that sounds all good. And they may respect the fact of all of the testimonies that you've just shared. Powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still trying to figure out some basics with their identity.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about branding, right? Branding in today's world, logos, marketing, it's about messages. It's also about impact. It's about the story we tell and the experiences that people get from us, right?
Right.
But for some people, they have a night and day mentality, that work is work.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't see the intersection of how your work could also be your purpose and why you were created, and also the ministry that you have. So there's an intersection that could come. But I feel like some people or some person could be listening to us today, and they may be experiencing lack of clarity, tension between what they do and what they feel that God has called them to do. I'm sure that, look, somebody that's working at a club, somebody that may be working out in the streets, doing something to raise revenue, they may not realize and understand that there is ministry, even if you sitting at the club giving a, I hate to say it, yeah, it's in progress, because eventually you get out the club, but while you in the club, there may be something that you could say while you're out there serving.
That's right.
That somebody need to hear.
That's right.
And I think that so many people expect that it's something granular, like all of a sudden the clouds are going to part and God's going to come down with a dove on the chariot and say, I hereby deem you that you are here to do this kind of service.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it is subtle.
Yeah.
And I want to open up, because for somebody today that's listening, they may feel pressure, they may feel the void. And I love that for your story, that you're there. I can identify with trying so many different things, trying to find my identity and what is my brand. And when this is my story, when I started not hiding that I literally told somebody I was dating, I was like, listen, we were talking about business ventures. I was like, I am an agent of the gospel. Bro was like, what? What the heck does that mean? Like, undeniably, I can't separate it. Remember using the word ministry when I was helping people get mortgages. So for me, I felt the presence of God and purpose in many spaces that I've been in. But the truth, sometimes it wasn't always so clear. Sometimes, Lynette, I was like, God, is this pleasing you? Is this what you got for me? And then, to your point, oh, the struggle. Oh, talk about your pain is your purpose. Where for me, I'm feeling called to advocate, because I'm a diva that went from stilettos to a staff, literally a staff that I have to every now and again walk with. So I'm like, okay, God, what purpose and for my brand is this giving? So much so, sister, and I'm moving around a lot. Somebody saw me on Sunday because I'm giving my brand. I'm wearing my brand. And the sister said to me, now I struggled physically to get to church. And she sees me and says, by the way, oh, is this for cosmetic apparel? Pointing to my cane, because I blinged it out in order to make myself feel like the diva that I am. And I said to her, as I look back, and I just had to turn my head sideways, because some people are just insensitive to some statements that they say. I'm thinking to myself, what person walks with the cane intentionally? Yeah, we saw that for certain fashion outfits just a couple of weeks ago, that a lot of people were dressing with canes. But honey, I'm at church. This ain't no fashion design piece. This is part of what I need to be mobile. So I say to you, sister, that I share solidarity with you, that in the seasons that we walk through pain and purpose, and my purpose is to raise awareness and helping people to see. I don't even like the word disable, because I'm very able. I'm able in my strength. So I'm going to get off of my soapbox with that. And as I toss back over to you, I think about our brand that we promote, and branding versus identity. How would you describe the difference between the two to help somebody get more clear on how they are separate but have intersection. Could you share with us a little bit of your thoughts around branding versus identity?
You are the brand. You are the brand. And I have been, and I have been blessed, Jay, and I think you could say that, first of all, to serve an incredible pastor, Pastor Dr. Darius Daniels and Lady Shamika Daniels.
Amen.
And then my second pastor and lady, Keon Henderson and Shawnee Henderson. First of all, when you sit under ministries like we do, where everything is broken down. Everything is broken down.
Right.
And I've had many people to say to me, many amazing coaches, you are the brand. Your services, your products, you know why people come? They come not only because you have a good service and products, but they believe you. They see you. It is you that make them feel. Because it's not, there's that saying where it's not so much what you say.
Right.
But it's what you live and do.
That's right.
And so I'm the brand. When they see butterfly, when I'm out and about, because so many people see us on this social media, they don't know my name. But you know what they know? They know the feeling that they feel when I come to all of these social media platforms. Oh my
That's
God,
right.
You give me life, and they say the name butterfly.
Right.
Butterfly. They associate me with butterfly. Don't know my name, but I know you that butterfly lady. And oh my God, I just want to hug. Oh my. And I'm just like, wow. I did not realize, Jay, I did not realize how powerful all of this social media was until my husband and I, not in our neighborhood. I can be way across town, New York, all over the place, and go into the store and walk into the store and get the most powerful introduction because butterfly, you're that butterfly lady. I watch your page, and that blew me away.
I bet it did.
And from that day to this, I promised myself, when you show up on social media, you show up because people are depending on it. They're looking at you. There was one week I didn't post. I didn't think nothing of it. I was busy. I think I went out of town or something. And I ran into a lady, and she said, "Oh my God, you're the butterfly lady. You didn't post this week. Are you all right?" And I said, "Wow, how she not ain't post this week or something like." She says, listen. She said, "I go to work early every day. I get my coffee and I watch your posts because that's my inspiration for today." And from that day to this one, I show up on social media.
That's good. That's good.
Show up on social media. So guess what? She hasn't experienced my services and she hasn't experienced my products, but me. So it resonated because person told me this a long time ago, and it came back to my remembrance. You are the brand. It's how you show up in the world. It is through your ministry that God has given you. Because what about the people that ain't never had your service? They ain't never bought a soap or nothing from you, but they have experienced you in such an amazing way that wow. And so, sister, it says your brand is a reflection of your calling. You don't need a pulpit to minister.
So true.
Your business is a vessel for God's glory. Every product, podcast, class, or consultation is a chance to plant seeds of healing, empowerment, and truth. So everything that you do is your chance to plant a seed. When purpose leads, profits follow.
I like that.
When purpose leads, profits follow, because we all need to make money. We do. But guess what? I learned that a long time ago too. Sometimes it's not always about the money. Because there have been many days, many days, where God spoke and said, give that to them. Don't charge them a dime. Ain't no too many people there because they about that money. They about that money. They about that money. But let me tell you, one of my coaches told me one day, he said, business is bittersweet. I love, if I could have put that clip up, I love Fantasia. Fantasia, I looked at a reel today with her. Mm-hmm. There was somebody in the audience. And she was telling them, don't try to make music and be the number one, that your songs be on the number one top chart. She said, because I'm going to tell you right now, that's when you're going to lose. Be yourself and show up for you and do what God has called you to do. The money will come. She was just giving that. We talk about helping the queen fix her crown. When I tell you, she helped that young artist fix her crown. But what I thought about was something more powerful. She educated her. Keep it fixed. Because, baby, in business, you're going to hit some roadblocks. Business is not always pretty. And especially when God puts you over people. And I think a lot of, when we talk about business, I always think of character and integrity. I want to say that real slow. You got to operate with integrity and character.
Right.
And you got to do it when ain't nobody looking. Because it's not so much what you do in person, it's what you do when ain't nobody looking. That part. And when you can show up with integrity and character, that will take you, Jadine, a long way. It will take you a long way, sister. I'm telling you. And I want to give you the floor before I jump on and into something else, because number 2 is so good. when it talk about when purpose leads and profits follow, and it says, don't chase the bag, chase the assignment. When you walk in divine alignment, God will provide. I'm going to leave it.
God will provide.
Speak on that one, sister. I'm gonna let you speak on that one, honey.
Walking in obedience, first of all, for many of us, it's a task, it's a chore. However, the reward is something that money cannot even begin, a currency that's on the face of this earth when we walk in obedience. And what I love about the God that we serve, his words, when you open up the word of God, he already gave us the blueprint.
Yes.
It's our job to decide, is this mission too tough? Will I be able to carry out all the tasks that was assigned to me? And when I think about what we get in the seat of sitting under obedience, sometimes, Lynette, money ain't got nothing to do with it. I get favor.
Yes.
One may get doors open or shut. Because every time we need a blessing don't mean that we need a door open. I know in my life I needed to get some doors shut with some of that stuff that I was involved in.
You better say that again, honey.
Some of that stuff had two legs. Some of that stuff had conversations and beards and mustaches. Some of that stuff that was preventing me from doing.
And we know that now, sister. We know that now because that came with maturity, but we didn't know it back then.
Oh, first of all, when we sit under obedience, God will tell you something. Look, we saw when obedience took to the mountain and whispered to the soul that said, I know I gave you one son, Abraham. Now go up there and go sacrifice him. And see, we always talking about Jehovah Jireh, right? We throw it out there like, oh, it's jargon. But do you really know the context of where Jehovah Jireh, the provider, came from? That came right out of those first couple of books in the Bible when he was about to take his son, and the son said, wait. The knife is here, Daddy. This is out of obedience. Where is the sacrifice? And you know the words, God will provide. Jehovah Jireh. So on the other side of being obedient, baby, sometimes you lose some stuff.
Come on.
You gotta come all the way up and feel like you about to murder some things. And God be like, ho.
Come
baby,
on.
Out of your obedience, guess what he got? He became the father of the nation.
Come on.
So when obedience show up, it's a cost.
Come on.
Some of us, it feel like it costs more than we willing to pay. We like, I ain't paying that toll. Oh no, that can't be God speaking to me.
Yes,
because obedience is weighty.
Yes.
It's weighty. You feel like this, like oh, it's so weighty.
Come on.
But when
talk about passion,
woo,
come on.
When
that's when you know.
And we get to show up and say, okay, God, you gave me these talents. Some he gave one, some he gave a few, some he gave 5, some he gave 10.
Come on.
And he's sitting up there like, yo, like the stock market. When I'm going to get a return on my investment, Lady J? When I'm going to get a return on my investment? Put all this passion inside of you.
Yeah.
Now go be fruitful with it. And somebody, Lynette, I want to toss it back over to you because I know you want to beat that up and chew on it a little bit. But I just got to say to somebody who's waiting for the perfect picture, honey, it ain't coming. Or who's waiting for everything to line up before you take the move. Sometimes clarity come in action.
Come on.
All last year, you talking about going into incubation. It was just me and God, and the diva was like, God, what you doing?
Yes.
Why is it just me and you? And he's like, I just need to download some things into you, baby, so that you can get clear.
Yes.
Get all the noises out the way so you can hear from me. And I'm like, okay, daddy, that means that I got to give up traveling. I'm the travel diva. How do the travel diva give up traveling?
That part.
You know, how do I go?
Sometimes your purpose and what God called you to do, sometimes you got to sit down. Sometimes
you better preach.
Down. Sit down.
All the way
you
down.
know what? We're go. When you're passionate about something, you want to go. But what happened when he say sit down?
When he say be still.
Be still.
Be still.
When you want to go. You hear me? This is good. We talking about your brand is your ministry. Okay, come on. Because see, you know, we got a lot of folks say they want it. Okay, all right, you want it. It comes with the price. I'm telling you, it comes with the price. It says, let your mission be louder than your marketing. Ooh.
I'm gonna add to that. Louder than your marketing in your mouth.
That's a t-shirt. We into the t-shirt. We making these t-shirts. Let your mission be louder than your marketing. Now that right there, oh my God, I'm taking notes. I took notes on that one. God will use your pain as a part of your platform.
That's
your
good.
Testimony builds trust.
Right.
I'm going to say that again. Business owners, your testimony builds trust. The one you
entrepreneurs,
the one you don't want to tell nobody. Share how you turn hardship into healing. Your journey is someone else's breakthrough. Did you just hear what I said?
Repeat it.
Your journey is someone else's breakthrough. Somebody else's breakthrough. People connect to your transparency more than your perfection.
So you mean I shouldn't be out here
that's
faking
good.
it, pretend life on social media, just acting like I got it all together, and I just wake up and everything is perfect, and I have all the handbags and the 2.5 children and the 3-car garage, and we travel the world and fine dining. My man got 6 packs on 6 packs. That's not what I'm supposed to be out there showing on that.
Girl, it says people connect to your transparency more than perfection. Didn't I tell you I was doing this live in the cancer center?
In the cancer center.
Come on.
Woo.
That's purpose.
My God.
I can run through here because that's my story. That's my story. But I'm doing this, God. Why am I doing this? Because I'm doing it for somebody else.
That's so good. That's so good.
Some other business owner, whether you a man or whether you a woman. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about ministry. Business, ministry. Business, ministry. They are two separate things. Business, you'll sell your mother.
and your kids.
Mama and the kids.
And the kids.
But ministry, you know, they say in the world, your business. That's what they say, your business. And they say small business. I said, God, I understand what they mean when they say business and small business. I said, but I'm turning that thing.
That's right. That's right.
Because if you say small, and I know what they mean, we're intellectual, we're very educated. I understand what they're saying. But I beg to differ. I said, I ain't no small business. I'm a business that's growing.
Emerging.
I am emerging. All right? Because if you say small, you're going to be small. And some of you wonder why you're not growing. I had to look it up because I'm a researcher. What they mean, where did this small business, where did they get that from? Who came up with this small business? Who came up with that? What they talking about? Because that ain't me. We're talking about ministry and business. Two separate things, sister. Two separate things. Ministry, I'm telling you, ministry, people know the difference. When I'm coaching my young massage therapist, you know, I go to the school, mentor the massage therapist, up and coming, you know, therapists want to come into the industry. One thing I tell them, I ask them a question: why are you doing this?
Right.
Because
Right.
if you are doing this for money, I promise you, you will not last long. Because there's something about this holistic business. I'm telling you, you have to have a passion for people. You have to. A lot of people do it for the money. But I
Right. Right.
tell you
Right.
what happens when the economy change and you ain't making them dollars like that no more? It better be a ministry. Come on, it better be a ministry. Look, it says wellness in business matters. Pouring into others require you to be full mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. If you're running a brand and running on empty, that's not kingdom order. Wellness is the foundation that sustains your assignment. Let me go back there and say that again for the people in the back that may not have heard that. Wellness is the foundation that sustains your assignment. So I want to give you an affirmation. I am building something bigger than myself. My business is an act of obedience. I want you to repeat that with me. I'm building something bigger than myself.
And myself.
My business is an act of obedience. God is the CEO of my vision, and I trust his strategy. I'm going to give you a scripture. Colossians 3:23 and 24 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord. Proverbs 16 and 3 says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. He will establish your plans. I love that. I love that. I love that. And I love Matthew 5 and 16 because I want to come back to Proverbs 16 and 3. Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. And 3 John 1 and 2 says, beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prosper. But I like when I go back to Proverbs 16 and 3, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. He will establish your plans. So make sure that what you're committing to is what God called you to.
That's right.
Because if he ain't called you to it, he ain't going to establish it. And you're just going to be twirling and twirling and twirling and twirling because you're trying to do something he ain't called you to do. I ain't tell you to do that. I ain't called you for that. But you all on social media looking at what everybody else do, and you figure, oh, I can do that too. Let me tell you something, Jay. There are some things I'm doing. You know what they say, when God anoints you to have a ministry, I ain't asked for it. I was minding my business. I didn't ask for that. But okay, God. Because at some point you're going to stop fighting because you're going to get tired. My arms is too short to box with God. You remember that play? They're just too short. And so when you stop running and you go head on and say yes, you're going to do what he's called you to do. And guess what? When you do, all of the struggle, a lot of things that you've seen people do and go through, it might have took somebody 20 years. What took people 20 years, God could do it for you in 1 month.
That's right. Quantum leaps.
Because he takes the struggle out of it. You see what I'm saying? And you will hear people say, you tell folks your plan, and they'll say, oh, you can't, it take you 10 years, it take you, hey. What God called me to, I don't have to go through all that struggle. It might have took you that to do that. But for me, he take all of that away. Girl, I'm going to put you to the front of the line.
That's right. God's math is different, honey.
You ain't going to have to wait for all of that. Let me tell you something, because when he give you good gifts, when God give you good gifts, hunty, listen, you don't have to go through what they went through. You see what I'm saying? When you're walking into your purpose, it's amazing. And I like number 4, wellness and business matters. Pouring into others requires you to be full. It requires you to be full. And then there's questions that I have. How does your business reflect your faith and your values? That's question number 1 for all my listeners out there. How does your business, I want to leave you with some stuff tonight. How does your business reflect your faith and your values? Number 2, are you building from your calling or just building because you're tired of working for someone else? I'm going to read that one again. Are you building from your calling or just building because you're tired of working for someone else? Number 3, in what ways have you seen God use your story to impact others through your brand? I'm going to say that again. In what ways have you seen God use your story to impact others through your brand? Number 4, are you creating space in your business for rest, prayer, and restoration? I'll read that one again. Are you creating space in your business for rest, prayer, and restoration? 5, what would happen if you let your business become your ministry and not just your hustle? I'm going to let you answer that one, Jay. I'm going to read it again. What would happen if you let your business become your ministry and not just your hustle? Oh my. Oh my, that's a good one. That's a good, and I'm gonna tell you something. I can't stand that word hustle. You know, I was saying hustle. I was saying hustle until one day, JD, Holy Spirit said, "I didn't call you to hustle
That's good.
because if you keep hustling, you will have to continue to hustle."
That's right.
So I don't even use hustle and I don't use grinding. Grinding, hustle. I'm hustling and I'm grinding. I ain't hustling and grinding. I'm working. I'm thriving. Because God is the wind beneath my wing. He said he took the hustle out of it. I'm taking the grinding out of it. I'm passioning. I'm sailing. You know, when the who is it? The pilot, when he flying that plane, honey, he put that thing on autopilot. Ooh, that baby is just gliding, getting you to where you got to go. And that pilot is just doing his thing. He engineering that thing. My father used to say to us all the time, if you use your mind, your body don't have to suffer. And I ain't grinding and I ain't hustling today. I'm trusting God to provide that part. I can't hear you.
When I think about the conversation that we've had about branding and the intersection of ministry, and you talked about how business is separate, and if we allow for our business, for some of us, to not just be a way that we make money, but what to make an impact, that our ministry isn't just what we do inside the church building, it's how we live, how we serve, and how we show up in every space. The truth is, for me and for you, we don't have to choose between business and ministry. We build a brand that makes a profit and builds a ministry. So it's about being intentional.
Yeah.
It's about, for us, we are women that pray. It takes courage. It takes obedience. It takes you being able to say, in the world value system where that anything can go, that's not how I'm gonna run my business, right? So your story, your struggles, your pain marries to your purpose. Your brand is who you are, and trust that when we are doing it God's way, that not only does God math comes and intersect with our income, but he allows for us to effectively impact the world. And we do it, as your father said, with less effort, less muscles, because I'm walking in my purpose and my passion. So, sister, as we close out today, I yield my mic back, but I also just simply say to someone who's still seeking for clarity,
Yes.
quiet yourself, pick up your word, believe that whatever you hear that aligns with what the word says,
Yes.
and indeed, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. And when you do what you love and love what you do and love what you've called to be, it to me creates the greatest intersection in life,
Yeah.
because now my purpose, my pain, my passion all give each other a hug, and I get to be one person with all of these perspectives and possibilities.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And I'm going to leave them with this because we tie everything into wellness because it all intertwines. In order to do business and ministry, we must be well. We must be well. So, how does this topic tie into wellness? Number one, spiritual wellness. And I want you to take this with you tonight. Your brand is an extension of your obedience, your relationship with God, and your divine assignment. Number two, emotional wellness. Leading a business with integrity reduces stress and helps you stay grounded in purpose. How I love that. Oh, how I love that. Physical wellness. When you honor your temple and avoid burnout, you can show up fully for the people you're called to serve. I love that. Mental wellness. Aligning your business with your ministry removes confusion, overwhelm. God is not the author of chaos. I love that. It don't have to be chaotic. It don't have to be anything. I thank God many days for God allowing me to find my purpose. And I found my purpose early in life. When God has his hands on you, it's just something about, it's just something about how he will guide you. When he talk about every good man footstep is ordered by God, it truly is. Because since high school, I knew what I was going to do. So since the 11th, from the 16 years old, I remember going through the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So I've been doing wellness since 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. I have done nothing else. Nothing else. I remember working in retail. I left that night. I never went back because that wasn't for me. I remember working in corporate. I did that for a while. I said, that ain't for me. I became a therapist and worked in the state prison. I did that for 8 years. And I said, right then, I went to work full time. I went to finish my degree full time. I did everything full time. I worked with nonstop. I said, I'm going to open a wellness center. And that's exactly what I did. And I have been doing it ever since. Because when you find your passion and when you find your purpose, you get busy and you put all 10 toes and 10 hands in.
All in, all in.
All in. And I never wavered. Never wavered. And I'm still here. I told everybody what I was going to do. And you know what? I did it. I met somebody, and I'm going to let you go. I met somebody at the wedding this weekend. And me and that young man talked about, we would get in such deep conversations with couples. We would have really, really deep conversations. And I remember him and I saying, we're gonna start a podcast. We're gonna start a podcast before podcasting was podcasting. And I had a chance to see him. I hadn't seen him in years. And I said, you know what, Poppy? Remember when we talked about that podcast? He said, yes. I said, guess what? I did it. He said, no, you didn't. I said, yes, I did. I said, yes, I did. I have got to invite him on this podcast because it was something that we said we were going to do. And I had forgot about it. And God allowed me to run into him over the weekend. And I said, Poppy, remember we talked about that years ago? He got so excited. I said, I did it. I did it. He could not believe it. He said, you did everything you said you were going to do. It took me time. Did I get there overnight? No. But some things God will give you, it may not come to pass until 10 years later. But that seed was planted and it will come to grow. And you will sit under that tree at a certain time. So, whatever it is that you're passionate about and you don't know what your passion is, just pray and ask God to show you. Show you. What is it that I'm supposed to do? What do you love to do? What can you talk about that light you up? And you just, oh my God. You might love being a mom. You might love being a wife. Don't ever think that that's nothing. Everybody can't mother like that. It takes a lot to be a mom. It takes a lot to be a wife. So don't think, well, I don't do nothing. I'm just a wife. I love, being around my home, because I get a lot of women like that. They'll say, oh, I don't do nothing. I'm just a wife. I'm just a mom. Hey, baby, don't say that like that. That's a job. That's a ministry. Everybody cannot do that. So if you are loving that, then honey, you can talk to wives, that don't know how to wife. They need help in that area. Maybe God called you to teach them how to be a wife, teach them how to be a mom. That's a ministry. So never, ever take what you do, to all my people that never finished school. You feel like, oh, I don't have a degree. I don't have it. Hey, baby, let me tell you something. Life, sometimes I'll take life experience over a degree, because you might have the degree and don't have no life skills. I've seen people with degrees and no common sense. So listen, don't look at the small things. Look at them on a bigger scale. Take off them glasses you have and put on the new pair and see life out of a new lens, because we all have something to offer to the world. And guess what? You get busy doing it, cultivating it, give it to God, let him kiss it, bless it, and you go out there and you give it to the world. All my retirees, you just got more time now to do what you do at your own pace and be amazing at it. So go out there, live your passion, do your passion, be your passion, and just know that it's already blessed. So, Lady J, if you don't have anything else to say, guys, until the next time, Thank you for joining us, guys, every Tuesday right here, right here from 7 to 8. And we may go over a little bit, but from 7 to 8, we're here. Like and share this post, guys, to everybody. Put it on your social media pages. Put it everywhere because the right information can change and save somebody's life. And we are all about, Lady J and I, we are all about inspiring and educating and encouraging women, you know, and I love these topics and these places and spaces, and we need to hear more of it. So, guys, thank you. And you guys have an incredible, powerful week. Go back and reshare this post. It's always up. You can hear it later. If you want to go and save it and go back and listen to it later, it is always sitting up there on Facebook until they take it down. So, guys, you have a good night and listen. Enjoy your passion. I want to see you working
Stay
in your.
well, everyone. Mind, body, and soul.
Have a good night.